Welcome to the Daily Sports Update Show here on Vic and Vern Sports Chat. I'm Vic and I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Friday, it's the weekend. Oof, and what a weekend it's going to be. Oh, I can't wait for this weekend. Lots of rugby on this weekend. And then there's Formula One and all that stuff. But let's get in. But first, let's talk about the chat this morning. 77 votes already. Who is your favorite James Bond? Let me have a look there. Roger Moore at 21%, Sean Connery at 27%, Pierce Brosnan with 31%, and Daniel Craig with 21%. So that is a surprise, but I guess it's the younger generation that we're talking about here. Because if you're my age, it's got to be Sean Connery or Roger Moore, but I guess just another old fart living in the past, you know. There you go. What are we going to talk about this morning? Here we go. Of course, the Club World Cup, the preliminary rounds are done. We move on to the final 16. Of course, a little bit of F1, Major League Baseball, WNBA, cricket, rugby. We'll get into all of it. Hey, we're almost up to 63,000, so keep on liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification button. Let's try to get to 63,000 still today. That would be fantastic. And 65,000 by the end of the weekend. That's my goal. So let's start with that Club World Cup. Oof. It's done. The group stages are over, and half the teams have gone home or are going home. Let's have a look what happened yesterday. So Manchester City thrashed Juventus 5-2, but they were both qualified before, so City and Juventus go through. Al Wada lost to Al Ain 2-1. That was just a game for pure pride and money, of course, because the winner does get a lot of money. For every win you get a few $1 million, so that's fantastic. Al Hilal, they beat Pachuca, and Salzburg got thrashed by Real Madrid. So Real Madrid and Al Hilal go through. Let's have a look what that means. Here we go. Put it out there. So these are the last 16. All starts tomorrow. Palmeiras take on Botafogo, so that is a Brazilian crash. Benfica against Chelsea. Paris Saint-Germain against Inter Miami. Messi plays against his old friends. Flamengo against Bayern Munich. Internazionale Milano against Fluminense. Can't see Fluminense winning that one. And then Manchester City against Al Hilal. Real Madrid against Juventus. Ooh, and Dortmund against Monterrey. So those are the last 16 games of the weekend. We won't be doing any of them because we are not here, you know. We're doing the rugby tomorrow, and then we're off. We'll get into where we're going later. The under 21 European Championship. It's the final. It's the old one. The old grudge match. England against Germany. That is tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock. Won't be doing that one either because we're doing the rugby tomorrow. But we'll keep an eye on that and keep you updated. Then listen here. I got to get a piece of paper here today. Okay, let's start. Actually, I don't know where to start. This man, Cristiano Ronaldo, has signed a new contract with Al Nassr until 2027. Now, that's nothing special. You know, he's 40 years old, he's getting on, but he's playing in the Saudi League. But here it comes. Okay, they're paying him. Listen, if you're not sitting down yet. I'm not even sure if there's dollars or if there's pounds or whatever. They're paying him 178 million. Let's say it's dollars, because if it was pounds, it'd be even worse. $178 million for 1 year. So that's a shitload of money. And obviously, Cristiano is smiling all the way to the bank. But that's not enough. Then they give him a 24 million signing bonus. Then he gets 15% ownership of the club, which is another 35 million on top of that. And if that's not enough, if he wins some cups and stuff like that, he gets extra signing bonuses. So Ronaldo is smiling all the way to the bank. If you put this all together, his package for the 2 years, it's worth 500 million, a half a freaking billion. I mean, are people serious here? I mean, I want to put this into context for you boys. I want to put this into context quickly. Let's have a look at it this way. All right. So he's earning $178 million or pounds a year, basically the same at the moment. I'm telling you now, the whole Liverpool team that is on the screen there, the whole Liverpool team that won the Premier League last year, all their wages put together is 140 million. So Ronaldo on his own earns more than the whole Liverpool squad that won the English Premier League last year. More context for you guys. There are, in the English Women's Super League, there are 12 clubs. Each club around 25 players, so that's 300 players. Those 300 players together, together earn 21 million a year. All of them together. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he's averaging. I've got to put that money out there again. Put it all out there. He's averaging $3.42 million a week. Nah, that's incredible. Listen, I say, hey, hats off to him. If somebody gives you the money, you take it. I'd take it in a heartbeat. I would sell a kidney for that, man. Jeez, I'd knock off some family members for that. Come on. But no, I'm only joking. Of course I wouldn't. But that is unbelievable amount of money. That is unbelievable amount of money. Vern, don't even want to throw this paper away. Jeez. Unbelievable. High life. Yeah, I did see that. But that doesn't... Well, the American woman also lost to a junior team. You can't compare... Oh, jeez. What is that now? Something's hurting me. Got to sit up straight. No, you can't compare men's soccer to women's soccer. It's two different sports. Just enjoy the women's soccer. Forget about that. And then we go to North America. We got to go to North America, and we got to start there in the Major League. In the Major League Baseball, we'll talk. There were only 10 games last night, so let's have a look. And no Boston Red Sox. So, no. Why have I got the Boston Red Sox losing 5-6 to the Tigers? That's not true. The bottom one is wrong. That's just to piss High Life off. No. The bottom one is wrong. But the others are all correct. So let's go. Oakland Athletics lost 8-0 to the Tigers. The Blue Jays beat the Guardians 6-0. The Mariners lost 1-10 to the Twins. The Philadelphia Phillies lost 1-2 to the Houston Astros. The Tampa Bay Rays beat the Kansas City Royals 4-0. The Cubs beat the Cardinals 3-0. The LA Dodgers knocked off the Colorado Rockies 3-1. The Mariners beat the Giants 12-5, and the Braves beat the Mets. The Braves lost to the Mets 4-0. And the Boston Red Sox didn't play, so they couldn't lose. And that's not looking good for them. It is not looking good for them there in the division. But on Tuesday, I will update you on the tables in the Major League. Oh, those are hard words already, man. Your season's getting worse. Don't worry. Your Chiefs lost. Your Red Sox are nothing. You better hope your All Blacks play well this summer. Here we go. So WNBA, come on. High Life. Now I can get your juices going. Support the WNBA, man. You know, there were 2 games yesterday. The Mystique beat the Aces. That is the Washington Mystique against the Las Vegas Aces. The LA Sparks beat the Indiana Fever 85-75. Yeah, you look, and things can change in the thing. Things can change. Then we move NBA. No NBA information there. We don't need to do anything about the NBA, but we got some cricket up there. Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. Bangladesh batted first, 257. Sri Lanka answered with 290 for 2. So Sri Lanka in a commanding position there. And Australia against West Indies. Ooh, must be a fantastic bowling wicket, because Australia had a 180 all out. West Indies went for 190 all out, and Australia are now 92 for 4. So looks like the bowlers are doing well there. But listen here, let's get into this big rugby weekend that's coming up. Of course, Springboks, our main game. And this weekend we are going to be doing the Springboks. Now, let me put my face in the thing. The Springboks. And we're going to have a great weekend with the Springboks. We're going to have a pre-game We're going to have the main event, and of course afterwards ratings and highlights and everything like that. But it all starts off this weekend with the Lions against the Western Force. Let's see what the Lions can do this weekend after they lost to Argentina last weekend. And in the evening after the Springboks, we will bring you the final of the French League between Bordeaux and Toulouse. That should be an epic battle. And then Vern did mention in the chat, it's the road trip. Yes, Vic and Vern going down to Italy, to Calvisano in the beautiful, what is that, Lombardy, I think that is still in Italy. We're going to go watch the under-20s, the Sheepshaggers from Australia, the Dingo Lickers, will play against our Springboks, so we're going to check that one out. Good morning, Isa. And like I said, in the chat, if anybody's there, let us know. I'll put the email address there, just send us an email and we can hook up. And I can tell you that road trip should be epic. Me and Vern will get into some shit, I know that. Must probably get arrested at the border. There's the tables of the under-20 World Cup. You know what, I can actually just make it a little bit bigger for you guys. Those are all the teams playing: England, Australia, South Africa and Scotland in Group A, Argentina, France, Wales and Spain in Group B, New Zealand, Ireland, Georgia and Italy in Group C. So it should be interesting. Let's have a look at those fixtures. There you go, High Life. England, Scotland started off in Pool A, and Australia and South Africa as well. They all play at 3 o'clock. England playing Verona, so the Aussies and the South Africans playing Calvisano. Then afterwards it's France against Spain, Georgia against Ireland, Argentina, Wales and New Zealand take on Italy. Then Formula 1, it is the Austrian Grand Prix this weekend. But you know, I've noticed something, that in the Formula 1, this movie is more exciting than the Formula 1. More people are talking about this movie than the actual Formula 1. I mean, I actually think Brad Pitt should join Red Bull because they do a better job than the piss poor second drivers that they've had this season. I mean, I'm still calling for Taco Perez to come back. So if anybody needs a good sleep this weekend, watch the Formula 1. I heard this movie is supposed to be good, coming out tonight. So I guess my nephew is going to go watch this movie very soon. So let's have a look what happens. But that's the sports roundup for this weekend. Don't forget, tomorrow, the morning show is 7 o'clock with the paper tosser, Vern. Then we get into the Lions, Springboks, the French Rugby League, and on Sunday is the road trip. We'll be doing our morning show from the road. We don't know how much graphics we can put in. We'll maybe just talk a lot of shit. I don't know. We do that very well. So we'll see what happens on this weekend. We'll let you know. You guys all have a wonderful day, wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. Greetings to everybody, and see you